Hello students of 4NM. This video will show you guys what we are doing this term in design and technology, why we are doing it, and how we are doing it. Let's get started, shall we? First, let's see why it is important to learn about design and technologies at school. It is important to learn about design and technology at school to be able to solve problems you may have, help us to use our imagination and think creatively, and also teach us how to work together as a team with our friends. This is what I have made at home, a desk organizer. A desk organizer is a space where I can store my school things without having to dig through my tidy tray. This helps me because it sits right in front of me on my desk, so I can grab what I need really quickly. On the right is another version of a desk organizer someone else has made. Design cycle and design brief. A design cycle is a method used that helps the design of products and solutions for problems. This makes an idea come to life because of the positive feedback so we can improve. A design brief is a step-by-step plan that you will follow to create your products. Here is an example of a design brief that I followed for my desk organizer. Now I will show you the steps that I took to complete my desk organizer. The first step is to identify the problem. What challenge do you have in the classroom or around the school grounds that you would like to solve? I would like you to brainstorm really quickly for the next 5 seconds now. The next step is research and explore ideas. You will have to be an investigator and find what people have already done to solve your problem and use these ideas for your design, but don't be a copycat. You'll also have to find things that are sustainable. This means brainstorm ideas on what material you will use and why. Is it strong? And what will work best for your design? The next thing you will have to do is plan your design. When planning your design, you will draw your ideas and label what you have drawn. Then make a list of materials, tools, and the steps you will take. The materials you could use could be cardboard, plastic, and wood. The tools to make your design could be glue, scissors, a stapler, and sticky tape. I'll let you decide that. And lastly, you will have to think about safety when using the tools and materials you choose. The next step is to create your product or prototype. A prototype means the practice run of your design. You will have to follow your plan to build a model of your design product. Once you have finished making your product, make adjustments if something doesn't work like you thought it would. Remember, it is okay to fail. Failing only makes you better. Learn from your mistakes and give it another try. As you can see on the right is my prototype when I created my desk organizer at home. The following step is to test your prototype. You will have to check the design you've made is useful for the same problem you created it for. Then, you will have to listen to the feedback I give you and that your classmates might give you to see where you can improve. Then I would like you to brainstorm any improvements you could make for your design that you could use in the future based off the feedback you were given. My steps for my desk organizer. First, I gathered my materials and tools I needed to create my desk organizer. I chose a cardboard shoebox, plastic containers, and skewers as my materials, and glue, scissors, and sticky tape as my tools to make my product come to life. The second step I completed was cutting the shoebox to look how I wanted it to. Sticky tape 3 skewers together for strength and cut the lids off my plastic containers. Next, I placed my materials where I wanted them. This was to see if I thought it looked good and was big enough for all of my pens, pencils, scissors, glue sticks, and other things I wanted to put in there. Once I was happy with the look and size of my desk organizer, it was time to glue. So I added a layer of glue to the bottom of my plastic containers I wanted to put on the cardboard. I then stuck them to the cardboard and waited about 10 minutes for the glue to dry. Once I had completed my desk organizer, it was time to fully complete it. So I added all of my equipment into the product to see if it was big and strong enough to hold everything. My biggest failure. Though, once I put everything into my product, I thought it was going to work perfectly. But I put my last bit of equipment on the top shelf of my desk organizer, and it seemed to be very, very heavy, and my top shelf fell, as you can see in this picture. So I learned from my mistake and added another skewer with more sticky tape to that side of my product, and it held perfectly. You can see how I've learned from my mistakes and kept moving forward to make a good product. So now that I've chatted your ears off, it is now time for you to go and design your product to solve your problems. Thank you for listening, 4NM, and good luck.